We're fixing to pull into Callville Bay Marina and Campground in Lake Mead National Park. We're going to take a quick drive through of the actual campground, and then at the end I'm going to show you where Laura actually got us a place to park our fifth wheel, which is part of the campground, but I'll let her explain to you that once we get to that point in the video. Coming up to the marina and the campground. The campground's off to your right. And the first thing you'll notice is it's really well kept. A lot of parking here for your larger trailers. Fifth wheels, we got the ranger station off to the right. Area here for picnicking. Yeah, so as we turn in here, sites 1 through 52, and there is a camp host. You can see it's really well done. Now you're not going to get a very large camper or Class A in here. We have 2-3 facilities. This is really nice. No power, no sewer, but there's a dump station. Really pretty little site. Like I said, you're not going to get an overly large camper in here, or fifth wheel for that matter. Here's where I'm going to let Laura take over. You see across the street there we have a basically a little trailer park area, and if we turn right there would be Lake Mead and the marina.
Yep, so when you get on rec.gov, it gives you the primitive campgrounds, and all of the marinas, they all have the primitive campgrounds, but it also lists on there that the full hookups are handled by separate sites. You'll follow that link or just pull it up, Callville Bay Resort and Marina, and you can get in there. And they don't have very many sites, 5, 10, whatever. Each one is different. But you can get full hookups, you can get your shower facilities,
laundry.
This building right here is your laundromat, and there is showers here. We haven't used them, and you do have to get the code for those. And of course, all the decor is in the desert scene. There's 3 washers, 3 dryers.
And they do also have showers, but you have to get the code to use the showers. And as you can see right here, I'm going to pull over to the left just a little bit. We are on the in slot, number 52.
There is 5 spots here available, 2 being used right now for fifth wheels or travel trailers. Each one has its own concrete pad, then you have gravel, then you have another concrete pad. For your bench, you do have obviously your grill, power station up to 50 amp, hookups, both water and sewer. So coming out here to the main road, if you look off to your left, that goes to Marina here in just a second, and to the right leaves this particular park, Callville Bay. And Laura and I have actually, with the girls, walked that hill over there, the black one that we're looking at right now. There's some trails, I don't know if they're coming through on the camera or not. Really nice, not too strenuous, and great with the pups. One thing I will say, if you do have dogs staying in the trailer park area, you have to bring them for a walk down here in this area where there is open space for them to do their business. But it's been nice. We do this a couple, 3 times a day. And down there's the marina, boat launch. There is a marina store. It's more of a gift shop than a store. Oh, and by the way, school buses come in the morning and in the afternoon. There are kids here that go to school. The reservations for this particular camp that we're walking through right now is on the
rec.gov. But if you go over to where we're at, which has full hookups, it is done by a private concessionaire.
Now, just as a reminder, the actual rec.gov campground here does not have sewer, but you do have a station that will walk by on the way out, and it does not have electric except for the camp host and the maintenance volunteers. Come on, young lady. So it's $20 a night, 1 unit per site, and if you have the senior access, of course, you get the $10 off. And the camp host, $43, and we do have Wi-Fi. Pretty much like every national park, it's taken care of really well. You do have paved roads in and out. So as you come up here, sites 1 through 52, you take a right. And when I say smaller, I'm thinking 28 feet maybe, the largest you'd want to try to get in here. It's a one-way loop, and starting with number 1 right here, as you can see, all the sites come with a little bit of a landscaping, which is kind of nice, and also a bench and fire pit. And this area does have a space for your dog. You can just walk your pets. See someone, the van life with their boat, fit just fine in here, and I'd probably say that van and boat combo's got to be close to 30 plus feet, but he is off the pad. He hadn't checked the sites, but I believe the limit is 30 feet, and that would be probably with the back of your rig hanging off the pad, but that's fine as long as your tires are there. Off to the left is the first set of bathrooms over here. And it just continues on. You see 8, 9, 10, 11. So you have your even on the left and your odds on the right. But from what I can tell, there's no difference in sizes. All the sites are the same. And here to our left again is the second restroom shower facility. Plenty of hiking right here in this area too. I mean, you come all the way down here to Lake Mead, you definitely want to go check out the tourist sites, but just for your morning or evening strolls, especially with your pets, like in this hard head here, this facility has really nice pathways. Laura and I did, as you first come in, there's one called Wetlands Trail. I mean, it is less than a quarter mile from the entrance, coming from the Hendersonville side. And Laura and I did that yesterday, and it is worth it. So we're at the trailhead for the Wetlands Trail, just as you come into the national park for Lake Mead, because there is a river down here. And I want to check that river out. And I'm hoping that the trailhead takes us down to it. And actually, I say that, the trailhead's over there. We're just going cross country as you were. They call it the Wetlands Trail. I'm wondering if there is some actually wetlands, since this is feeding off of Lake Mead. I think this is the hottest day we've had, right, Laura?
Yes, yes it is.
You can see the water over there. There it is. That's what I was looking for. There's actually some little rapids down there. You know, Laura and I are doing these little reviews on all the parks we stay at, but also check out some of the other videos. We actually do reviews on some of the sites and tourist attractions around these national parks and whatever RV sites that we stay at.
They have dumpsters at both restrooms, recyclable, and then your trash. Oh, okay. So they are not vault toilets, and they are considerably clean. So I'm not sure. No showers, toilets only. Clean and not vault. So that's going to be a win. Anytime you can go dry camping and it's flush toilets. So yeah, this side is actually really small sites and very short pads. So, I mean, the pad ends right here, it drops off into gravel. So you're either, you might get a teardrop in here with a car next to it, side by side, because it is a wide pad. But I'm gonna call this one a tent spot. And it looks like most of the ones over here are. I am going to finish this up and then go get a puppy dog. So, and here we go. We're back to the beginning where we came in at. Ranger station and then the park. Here's the dump station. So you do have your clean out for the RVs that do come in here that can fit into this site. And oddly enough, right down there is a nice little horseshoe pit. So better hope the wind's blowing the right way when somebody's dumping. But non-potable water so you can flush and get those tanks good and clean before you hit the road again. And this one is not marked. I'm wondering if this is potable water. I'm gonna assume and guess that it is, but I would double check with the host or if you're able to online.
Hello everybody, I hope you enjoyed the tour of the facilities that we stayed at. And here we are looking at Hoover Dam. If you get the opportunity, go over to Hoover Dam and don't just walk, the dam itself. Go down into the bowels of that dam and take a look at the inner workings. It is absolutely amazing that man built this dam and was able to control the forces of nature and literally changed this area in history forever to come. Now, Laura and I visited many places while we were there, and these are just a few of the ones that we decided to, really talk about a little bit. Kayaking to the Emerald Cove. It's a stroke of luck if you get there and you see this cove in its, natural beauty, but just relaxation and seeing everything on the trip. And here we are going to the Valley of Fire. Now, just to drive from Lake Mead over to the Valley of Fire, you have all these little oases like this one right here we just stopped at, the Bowl of Fire. And it was just amazing to see. I mean, here we have a palm tree out in the middle of the desert, for Christ's sake. And of course, when you make it to the Valley of Fire itself, whether you drive through completely, you hike, or you just, take in the awe, just the total awe of Mother Nature. Could you imagine being back in the day having to go through this without air conditioning in your truck? But everybody thinks about Las Vegas when they go to Nevada, and just outside of Las Vegas you have all these just wonderful things to see. Here we are, it's called Redstone Picnic Area, and this was probably by far my favorite area, and it was just by chance. We stopped because we seen that it had restrooms, and we spent at least an hour and a half just walking around and enjoying ourselves with the dogs, and hope you enjoyed.